30-minute, 47-second mark, I just made a Jeopardy music sound, so you can just edit that in anytime there's silence. I can't. I know, but wouldn't it be kind of silly? You gotta have some sort of silliness to make it funny.
That's what we're supposed to be doing on the podcast.
I know.
Alright.
We're back.
Yep.
Oh.
Alright, now, what did you want to talk about next? So I'm done going on about Doki Doki for a bit.
Alright, thank God.
Well, unless you want to mention the fan songs, but that can be saved till some other time.
No. Okay. Alright. I do, real quick, before I jump into this, I actually did want to mention, because you asked me about the frequency of guests. What's happening right now is people are going through a trial period. So, like, I have introductory games, I think wouldn't be too hard for people to handle. We're actually, me and Jared are still going through some introductory games.
To the channel, like, you mean?
Yeah. Well, to, like, see if we would even do this. If we could actually handle gaming and talking at the same time. Podcasts, I'm not too concerned with, but if we don't have the games, we're probably not going to have the podcast either.
Yeah,
like, channel.
Honestly, though, like, games, it's easier if you have another person to talk to. I think that's what the game grumps were aiming for. Because you have multiple people and like in one video. So you do like 2 different people talking, at least 2 different people.
I think we could, for certain things, we could bump it up to 3. Like, I think...
Like, at minimum, maybe 2 people, especially if you're starting out a channel. Because you're not really good at just talking to you by yourself for some people.
Yeah.
Like, me especially, if I'm on my own, I really can't talk too much. Otherwise, I just get, like, kind of bored of talking. Which is a very big weakness for live streaming, but...
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think a big mistake we made was not having you for our Pokemon Leaf Green playthrough.
Oh, because, let me guess, there wasn't enough talking.
Yeah, there still isn't enough talking.
If you want, I can come in and just talk during those.
I guess I'd have to ask,
Jared?
Yeah.
Is it a Pokemon game?
Yeah, Pokemon Leaf Green.
It sounds more like something that Gabe would play. What's the counterpart to that one? Because Pokemon games release in 2, don't they?
Pokemon Fire Red. We're not going to play both.
Oh, Leaf Green and Fire Red?
They're almost the same thing.
I know they are.
So it'd be pointless to play both.
Why do they come up with 2 if they're almost the exact same game then?
So...
Like, what's the big difference?
A few of the Pokemon are different. To be honest, it's money. So the way it works is you're supposed to catch them all. But you can't because some of them are only in that game. What you have to do is either find someone with that game and trade with them, or buy both games.
That is really smart and also really big, a bit of an asshole, Nintendo.
It's called business.
Yeah. Speaking of, actually, the Pixelmon mod actually got shut down by Nintendo. For a little fun fact for you all there. Like, it was really unfortunate because for a while it used its own assets. One person did all of the voice acting for each and every one of the Pixelmon in the game. It was amazing.
I'll be honest, I'm not too familiar with Pixelmon.
You'd probably have to look it up a little bit to understand it. It was basically just Pokemon and Minecraft.
Okay.
It was a great mod for Minecraft because it literally added in Pokemon from every generation.
I think I can see why they have a problem with that. Oh.
Yeah, because they wouldn't be getting money. They could just be playing the game. They could catch every Pokemon at one time.
Back to the original thing, though. As far as how frequent each guest would be, I guess it depends on how well they perform.
So right now, I'm performing pretty decent, better than you thought I would. I assume.
Well, you're also the only guest.
I know, but I've also been talking nonstop.
Yeah, I'll address this. I don't think I said this in episode 0, but if I did, you'll hear it anyway. I was actually really worried about you coming on the podcast. I had a feeling you might get
kind of quiet and not really sure what to talk about.
I knew you'd talk, but I had a feeling at some point you'd just check out.
Oh, I haven't checked out one saying this
Yeah,
thing.
I'm actually really glad to see that I was wrong.
Yeah.
So
Like, as I said, you're probably wrong. I don't think I said that you were wrong. I probably agreed with you. But I have proven you wrong so far.
yeah, you and Gabe, I was very worried that
Gabe definitely will likely check out. He loves his phone. You're gonna have to throw that out the window if you wanted him to be here.
That, and I also had a feeling. Damn, I forgot what it was. It was something to do with noise.
We would be too loud.
Nah, it's not that big a deal.
Because, as you saw though, we were way quieter than you thought we were.
A bit of a minor nitpick, but I had a feeling you'd be shuffling on the podcast. It's just a pain in the ass to edit out.
I only did it a little bit this time though. What we were planning to actually do to ease into that topic was have me just shuffle up a little bit, and if it got picked up by the microphone, he would ask why I'm shuffling so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for those of you who don't know Cody actually really does just randomly grab some cards and shuffle them. It's amazing to see.
Yeah.
Just you guys. Well, we could be like in the middle of a game, and he'll pick some cards up and shuffle. Not like Yu-Gi-Oh. He doesn't pull a Gabe, but he'll we'll be playing a video game and he'll just pick some cards up and shuffle them.
He's got a point. This is me.
Like whose man is this? Who?
I'm my mother's man.
Whoa.
Technically, I am because I am 18,
well,
and I am her kid.
That's
so
not what that means. Whoa.
That's two funnies I've pulled in this thing already. That's two things I've gotten you to laugh at so far. That's another reason I think will be good on this podcast, don't you think? I can make people laugh every once in a while.
Oh.
Just by saying something random.
You should hear.
Colin?
We've got an inside joke now.
Oh.
How... You'd have to hear episode 0. You'll probably figure it out, but... It's...
Just say it in case I don't figure it out, because I probably won't. I'm too dense.
It's something about Gabe. Gabe is... I'll just edit this out.
Alright.
Frequency of guest.
Now that I'm thinking about it, you mentioned my brother earlier.
Yes.
I don't think he'd actually be a very good podcaster.
I think he'd be good on 3 people podcast.
Well, 3 people?
And especially for certain games. For
I don't think he and I would do good in a podcast, though. We'd be too busy arguing with each other.
See, that's my point. There's one game in particular, I think that would
You've already mentioned this
very
before.
well.
Yeah, you've already mentioned this earlier.
It'll be delightful to watch.
Yeah.
In fact, one of 2 things is going to happen. A, you guys are going to lose a lot.
Oh.
B, you guys are going to learn to work together. Because that should actually matter.
We actually can work together if needed, but we'll also be arguing at the same time.
Probably. It'll make it entertaining.
Oh. Actually, I do want to actually ask you this, but have you thought about playing this? Dragon Ball Super trading card game?
I thought about it?
It's actually a lot of fun.
Yeah, I thought about it, because there were some people playing it at this card shop we went to.
Where was this card shop? Yeah, I think you mentioned this before, actually. Not in this podcast, but like on Discord or something.
Maybe.
It sounds familiar. It is fun because my cousin has actually been building decks.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of the Force of Will group. A lot of them are like abandoning Force of Will to go play DBZ, TCG.
Oh, so you now need more people to play Force of Will with.
Well, no, like there used to be a group called Force of Will Memes.
Oh.
And a lot of people in that group were just like bashing Force of Will and saying, "Oh, the Dragon Ball trading card game is better."
Honestly, maybe it is. I haven't played Force of Will in over a year.
I got starter decks.
I know. I probably have to take 1 or 2 home with me so I can practice a bit.
So the way these ones work is that they have 2 half decks inside of them. They have 2. Force of Will works in rulers.
Oh.
So you have 1 ruler. But the new starter decks have 2 rulers. So you take the 2 half decks and go at it.
And what about this one? Are these the same?
Yeah.
Oh, they're all the same?
Yeah, they're all half decks.
So I assume they're supposed to be like faster paced?
A little bit. They're also... You can also combine them to make one full deck.
Yeah, but I'm going to say, since we're on the topic of trading card games right now, well, I do like Force of Will. My favorites are definitely Yu-Gi-Oh! And Card Fight Vanguard.
Oh, yeah.
Like, both of those two, Card Fight Vanguard and Yu-Gi-Oh! Have their own anime. You can check out Card Fight Vanguard on their YouTube channel and watch it for free. It's every week on Fridays and Saturdays. And Yu-Gi-Oh! You can watch that on Crunchyroll. Its current series is Brains, I think.
This is not sponsored.
Not sponsored at all.
Right.
There's no sponsorships right now. If there was ever a sponsorship in the podcast, it would definitely be announced at the start. Like, probably at the very start by someone. Like, probably by Jared, myself, or Jonas.
I prefer in the middle.
The middle? It's probably better to put it at the start, so that way they know it's a sponsored video.
I think that's only useful for when you're going to do like a review of the product. Like if we were reviewing Yu-Gi-Oh, sure, because at that point the audience needs to know this is somewhat biased. Yeah. But this is just like our thoughts and opinions.
I'm actually gonna put this in here really quick.
Yeah, we're not trying to sell you anything.
Yeah,
except our voices. But
I'm just gonna put something away really quick because I forgot to do so before.
Don't mind Cody, he's playing with cards.
I'm not playing with cards, I'm just putting a guide away.
Forgot what we were talking about.
We were talking a little bit about Yu-Gi-Oh! And Vanguard. Are you talking about before that, though?
A little bit before that, but I guess I could jump off on this point. Each one of us...
We could probably go for like 3 hours on this thing.
Actually.
We've not been talking non-stop.
We're
almost an hour into recording this already.
Yeah. Does Gabe play Pokemon TCG?
I think he does.
Okay.
You might have to... You'll have to ask him. Actually, we could give him a Discord call right now and see if he's still awake.
I'm not going to do podcasting through Discord.
No, you could just give him a call and see if he'd be willing, if he could tell you.
Right.
Now just text him.
It's not that important. I'll just go with it anyway. I just realized that each of us has like a... Oh wait, no, Jacob. There it is. Okay. Each of us has...
Wow, apparently Jonas is gay confirmed. The awkward silence as soon as I say that.
My sexuality aside, each of us has like a head TCG. Like for me, it would be Force of Will. Jared is definitely Magic. Jacob is Pokemon.
Jacob's Pokemon?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, Jacob plays Pokemon. You didn't know that?
No, I didn't. I didn't know he had Pokemon cards.
Until I got there, it was at the Jared's graduation party. Until I got there, Jacob was like whooping ass.
Oh
yeah.
Oh shit! We need to invite him over here.
Yeah, he actually had his own deck and everything. I believe.
You need to get like a tabletop recorder so that we can record ourselves playing games like that.
Me and Jared actually talked about that, and we decided no.
You sure?
Yeah.
Why no? Was he all for it or something?
No, we were both against it.
Oh, I'm actually all for it. You might want to get everyone's opinion on it though. Like, see if everyone.
If you guys want to make your own channel and do that,
well, I don't think I'd be
feel
able to.
Free. But
actually,
otherwise,
you don't even have a table, so I don't think we could even do it here.
Yeah, but I mean, if you guys want to do that, feel free. But no, not here.
Well, you don't even have a table, so we wouldn't really be able to.
It's weird, actually. You don't have a table. It's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate, but meh, can't be helped.
I guess Gabe would be Yu-Gi-Oh.
Gabe would be Yu-Gi-Oh? Yeah, that makes sense. Well, actually, no, I think Kong would be more Yu-Gi-Oh because he's got more cards. Gabe doesn't really like most of Gabe's cards that he got. Like he got a few of those cards from you.
But like,
He got an entire deck from you. Colin's got had a few decks.
The problem is, time to go into a bit about Conlon.
More about Colin.
Conlon, in my opinion, Conlon doesn't really want to play Yu-Gi-Oh.
He doesn't want to play it with you anymore.
No, he doesn't want to play Yu-Gi-Oh as a whole.
Oh?
He wants to play very specific cards and wants to play against very specific cards. That's it. He wants, like...
He just wants roleplay.
He wants this, like... He essentially wants to take a booster pack and have everyone use only the cards in that booster pack, and him maybe use some other booster pack and fight. That's it. He doesn't want to play like Yu-Gi-Oh as a whole. He just wants like a super limited format. Because every deck that he loses to is Cancer. Anybody that he loses to is Cancer.
He's been able to beat my deck before, though.
That's probably why it's not Cancer.
Yeah, it's definitely like 10 duels and he beats me.
But that being said, you also use a lot of the same cards that he does.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean...
Yeah, but only it's not decked out with dragons.
I'm determined one day to just build his deck and beat him with it.
Do it! I dare you to do it.
Because he's gonna call it Cancer.
I dare you to do it.
And then I'm
piss him off so bad.
And then I'm just gonna lay out the cards and be like, okay, well, here's my deck list. 1 Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon.
Have him send you have him send you an image of his deck and build it on YGO Pro. Have him build it on YGO Pro because he's downloaded, I think.
Actually, I probably have enough cards that I can build it in real life.
Oh shit! Do it! I dare you do it. I dare you to do it.
I would probably have to have someone else send me the deck list though, because
Colin wouldn't let you.
I doubt he would just give me the deck list.
I'll send it. I'll ask him for the deck list after this podcast.
I would love that because
I'll ask him after this podcast is done.
All right.
Then do it. Tell him they go up to him in the college because those two are in college. I'm the only one of my friends that have graduated that is not in college yet. But that's another topic we can discuss in a moment. But you go up to Conlon in the college, challenge him to a duel, and tell him there's a small chance he might beat you.
So another thing about Conlon I didn't realize. In episode 0, I talked about how you were a bad sport. And you are.
I am?
Yes.
How am I a bad sport? I just get pissed off if I'm literally getting nothing but trash hands.
No, I'm talking about in games in general.
Oh?
Yeah, even like Dragon Ball Fighters. Like...
Yeah, I can see what you mean. I tend to talk way too much trash.
That and like... You can't taunt a new player because they're losing.
I wasn't trying to taunt at new players.
Yeah, Conlon.
I wasn't taunting him, really.
Yeah, you were. Yes, you were.
I don't recall it.
We can discuss that later. Anyway.
I don't recall it, actually.
One thing I did not realize was how worse of a sport Conlon was. And in Yu-Gi-Oh! At least. I haven't...
are you about to tell him the story about how you and Conlon are done?
I mean, I can, but that's not going to take too much time. In case you didn't catch on, if Conlon loses, it's Cancer.
I think they got the gist of that.
If Conlon loses, it's bullshit. If Conlon loses, it's not Conlon's fault that he lost. It's your bullshit, your deck is bullshit, you use Cancer cards, you're whatever. No fault of his own. In fact, I can think of some times where he like misplayed, and he could have won, but he misplayed, so he didn't. But he still insisted it's Cancer. Like, it even talks about, like, he won't play X deck or X deck because it's Cancer. Like, he doesn't want to play Trickstars because of this one card that they have.
Do you mean the one that OTKs everything? Or FTKs, rather?
No, it's like you discard it and a Trickstar gains 2,000 attack or something.
Oh, that's not really too good for Trickstars.
Yeah, I know.
Considering Trickstars is just...
considering what the Trickstar deck does, that's not what you should be concerned about.
Speaking of, I don't think that the developers of the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Expected anyone to get FTKs that fast. Like, in there, to the point where the opponent doesn't even get a turn.
I don't think they expected any of the FTKs to occur. If they do, they usually hit it on the ban list anyway.
Have they actually hit the Trickstars on the ban list yet?
Not yet.
How? If they're FTKing to the point where they're almost consistently...
No, actually. If you look at competitive play, Trickstar is not an FTK deck. It's not an FTK deck. At all.
Really?
Yeah. It's a burn deck, but it's not an FTK deck.
How much? What's the record set damage that they've been able to deal without actually defeating the opponent? Do you know?
Without actually defeating the
opponent? Yeah, without dropping the opponent's life points down to 0.
I mean, I guess 200.
Really? They've only dealt 200 damage? I just said what's the record they've gotten, the record amount of damage they've dealt, is what I meant.
You'd have to ask another Yu-Gi-Oh player that plays Trickstars, but this is besides the point. Conlon, rather than acknowledge that he might be doing something wrong, if he's losing, it's because you're cancer. And that's not okay, especially when he's asking me how he can get better at the game. You can't expect to get better at a game and not acknowledge what you can do to get better at the game. It's counterintuitive, actually. In fact, this might go off the record because we're going too much into a specific topic that audience may not recognize. I built him a new deck, and then even though he's doing more combos and stuff, he told me I made it worse. And at that point, I was done. You don't ask me to do something and then tell me I did it wrong because you lost once.
I would have told him, try it out a couple more times. If you still can't get anything off consistently, that's when it's probably not a good thing. But at
that point, I just told him, go build your own deck. Why don't you go? Yeah, I mean, it worked so well before. Go build your own deck.
You should probably tell them the story on how you and Conlon are done.
Oh, yeah.
The Conlon and I are done story. The way you put it on Discord, it made it sound like you had sexual relationships to him.
I did not have sexual relations with that Conlon.
You actually, it almost sounded like you did, though. The way you put it. It legitimately
the way he put it. It's not that much of a story, but I essentially beat him in Yu-Gi-Oh! He got upset that I won, of course. He told me I was cancer. My deck was bullshit. Whatever.
all things that we've already discussed before.
Yeah. And then got up and said, "You know what? That's it. You and I are done. I'm never dueling you again." But unfortunately,
he dueled you again.
Yeah, that's true. Actually,
he actually did duel you again.
Yeah, a few days later. But
Jared called it too.
No,
he called it. He told you just give him a few days.
Well, actually, there might be a specific reason he did that, but I want to wrap this up.
Do you think we're done?
Yeah. Unfortunately, by the time he said you and I are done, it took me a minute to realize, he's talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! He's just because I think if anybody else was looking at that situation and didn't see the cards in his hand, they would have thought the same thing I did.
What is it that you thought?
Wait, I didn't know we were in a relationship.
That's what I was thinking. That's you in a relationship?
That's the way it sounded. Because he said a few more other things before he said Yu-Gi-Oh! So it was you and I are done, blah, 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 blah. And then, I'm never playing Yu-Gi-Oh! With you again. I think the only reason he did eventually play with me again, though, is because I offered to fix his deck.
This is all one topic. Conlon being a bad sport. I know I'm kind of a bad sport when it comes to trash talking and shit like that. I can't help it. I've been called a narcissist because I'm so full of myself.
You heard it here first, folks. Cody
Actually,
can't
no.
help it.
Actually, no.
There is absolutely nothing
people
Cody
who
can do.
There might actually be people who are listening in who have called me a narcissist because I talk so much shit.
There is absolutely nothing Cody can do to stop trash talking. You heard it here
Considering
first.
it's literally a part of it's literally in my mind. Like, I love talking trash. It's so much fun.
You know what's
I can't help it.
You know
It's
what's
that
in
much
my
fun.
mind? I'm not gonna say it, but I don't,
Oh, good.
but I don't go around doing it. You know why? Because I have self-control.
Honestly, I do have some self-control, but not when it comes to trash.
You just
talking.
choose to ignore it.
Yeah. When it comes to trash talking, I actually have a harder time ignoring the trash talk. I feel like it is so tempting. I have a hard time stopping. Like, other things that some other people might find tempting, I won't find tempting. It's just trash talk. It's so appealing to me for some reason. I don't get it.
Unfortunately, that makes you the exact type of person that makes people quit a game.
Yeah, I know.
That's not good for the health of the game.
I know. Well, things like MMORPGs, like, I really don't, that's why I don't use a microphone on those. Because I can just talk trash to them without actually them having to hear me. Like,
It's probably a good idea. Wait, you play MMOs?
the only one I've really played was, like, Dragon Ball Online and, Black Desert Online. Those are the only two.
What is Black Desert? I've seen a lot of advertisements for it.
Oh, it's actually a fun MMORPG.
This is also not sponsored.
Yeah. Like, you can get a 1 week free trial before you have to pay $10 to be able to play the rest of the game. It's got, like, its own little story mode in it. And there's also, like, this is any kind of MMO. It's got the generic servers where you can just grind. A starting server where you can just grind EXP until a specific amount of time has passed. What else? There's a PvP based server where where PvP is enabled. Like, it's got anything a normal MMORPG would have. It's got great graphics, even on like low graphics. It looks amazing. Like, I can run it on my computer, which I've learned that Jonas's computer is actually more powerful than mine, considering it can run OBS recording and still not lag the game. Because I just wish it wouldn't lag so bad on mine.
Your face looked like you were about to run into too many tangents.
Yes,
but couldn't decide.
I know. That's why I cut it off there. Why do you think I stopped? Why do you think I said that? It was to stop the tangent, because I wouldn't have known where to go from there on.
That is the show, actually. Just tangents.
Yeah, tell me, how, on a scale of 1 to 10, how have I been doing so far on this?
I think a solid 8.
A solid 8? I'm doing way better than you thought I would.
Yeah, definitely.
What did you think I would have gotten on a scale of 1 to 10?
Let's see. If I'm putting you up against, like, all of our friends, a 6.
A 6? I was actually thinking a 6 as well, honestly.
We were on the same page.
I'm glad I'm doing way better than I thought. I thought I was actually doing a 6 right there. Honestly, I think this would probably be a good time to call it quits for the night.
You wanna call it?
Yeah, because it's almost 10 o'clock. So.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I should probably. Alright. I don't know how to end podcasts. This has been your pilot, Fake Emerson, his co-pilot,
Cody Knight.
I can't think of anything unresolved. So, I guess we'll see you guys later.
Well, before we actually end it,
Okay.
Because, there might be something unresolved. So if there's anything that wasn't resolved, next time I'm on, we'll discuss it. Because Jonas will be, or Jonas, Fake Nameson, whatever you want to call him, he'll be editing the podcast. So if anything's unresolved, he'll catch it and we'll pick it up on the next time I'm on.
All right.
That sound good for you?
Sure. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.